I'm Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes, and you're watching Queen City News Plus, Order in the Court Short. We're having a lot of things happening right here in our backyard, Charlotte, North Carolina. We've had ICE here for a number of times throughout the state of North Carolina. We've had ICE throughout the entire country, but now Border Patrol is here, and we heard that they were coming, and now they're here. You're seeing images of people being, videoing and recording them in multiple locations, attempting to detain people, and this is causing a lot of fear, a lot of chaos, and a lot of confusion. While you have elected officials locally trying to scramble and try to find ways to figure out what they can do to give peace and calmness to people in the community, what I can tell you is a couple questions. Does ICE have authority to be here? And the answer clearly is yes. Yeah, there's a 100-mile radius that they normally would be protecting the border, but if they're in the course of an investigation, then they have a right to be anywhere within the country. So they have a legal right to be here. But as you're seeing, it looks like they're on someone's property. So the question is, do they have a right to be on your property or in your property? And that's a deeper question. It's first, do they have a warrant? Have you given them authorization? Are they in hot pursuit of someone committing a crime? Those are the normal standard questions. The first two being required, the other one being an exception. If neither one of those things are happening, then they will not be allowed on your property. You can ask them to leave. In a scenario right here, you have them asking and talking to a person. That is something that they have authority to do, to ask questions. You have to remember that most of those things are voluntary. So when it may not appear voluntary when a person jumps out of an unmasked parked vehicle, they have masks on, but remembering that most of these interactions that they're having with people before detention is a voluntary interaction. And so while it may be causing fear, while we're sparking a lot of things, children are getting involved, walking out of schools, people are not going to work, it is having a serious and an immediate impact on our community. What I can tell you is that this is something that the federal government does have a right to do. You have a right to know how to protect yourself in these types of situations. If you're an American citizen, you have a right to film. You have a right to be able to do that, because if they're in a public place, there's no expectation of privacy. But you don't have a right to intercede, to interject, to interfere, because if you do that, then you can get charged with interfering in an investigation. So knowing what your rights are in these type of scenarios are important, but recognizing that they're here and they're not going anywhere anytime soon, probably something to be aware of.